The game is also simple to learn and plays really quick. All of these aspects make it a really, really good solo game. It's basically everything I'm looking for in something compact and easy to get into. Hey everyone, this is Thecos, and today I'm bringing you my playthrough and review of R.A.V.E.L or R.A.V.E.L, the rare artifact vertiginous enigmatic logical. This is quite a mouthful. By Daniel McKinley and published by inPatience. You may know that I have published a lot of videos on the inPatience games because I like them all. And Shady Toby by inPatience, he asked me if I wanted to review two of his games, R.A.V.E.L and also Last Minute. And of course I said yes, because all these games are like great solo, and this one is a pure solo game. Last Minute, which I will also publish a video on soon, is actually a solo game you can also play at higher player counts. Alright, so before we get started, grab yourself a cup of tea and let's go. Oh yeah, the perfect drinking temperature. So what do we do in this game? Well, this is actually a very puzzly game where we have like this little grid here, grid tile right in the middle, and we put like specific cards around it and try to like fulfill these tasks, so to speak, with these dice here, right? So for the setup, I will not do a montage today because the setup is actually really simple and quick. So we have the grid tile, we just put that right here in the middle. And then we have these different cog cards. They're these darker ones here, these are the advanced ones, and we have like the standard ones here. I will show you a game with the standard ones today. So you just shuffle all of these up. And then you make like 4 stacks of 4 because there are 16 cards. And the top card of these 4 cards of the stack you turn over like this. So this is like how I like to set it up because that is the quickest. So let me just go around here and do it like this. Another 4 cards at the bottom here, and then we have these 4 cards here on the left. We're almost done because all we need now is from these tinker tokens we need 8. So that is 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. There are 4 more of these tinker tokens here, but these actually stay in the box. We will get them, like take them whenever we get them. And then we have these dice here. So you just shuffle them up in your hand like this, and then you just take one randomly, roll it, and put it here in the grid. So I will do that for each row like this, just all randomly. I can already see that this is not a very good starting setup, but we will try to work with it. 6, okay, 6 is good. I will show you later why that is good. Oh man, this is really not looking all too good. Oh no, not good. Alright, so, and you won't believe it, but that is already set up. So you can set this up within a minute or two, which is pretty good. So let me put that aside here. Alright, so we can actually jump right into gameplay because it is that simple to explain. So what we do here is during our turn, we either use can tinker, so we use 1 tinker token to swap 2 orthogonally adjacent dice. So if I spend that one here, for example, I can just swap these 2 dice, for example, right? I can instead, if I tinker, I can also take 2 tokens and take one of the dice and put them on like whatever side I want, right? So I can change that 2 into a 6, a 5, 4, 3, or 1. These are the tinker actions for these tokens, but I don't have any further of these. There are, I think, up to 4 that I will get during the game, like 2 down here, for example. But these are very limited, right? So I shouldn't use that action too often. The other action I can do is unlock, and that is like the main action that makes us win the game. Unlock means that I satisfy a condition in one of the top halves of these 4 cards, and these conditions always refer to the 3 dice on that side, right? So for example here, I need 2 dice with the same color on that side, which I don't have. Here I need 3 dice that equal, like their pips equal 14 or more, which I don't have on that side. Here I need 3 different colors, which I actually have. That is great, so we can unlock there. And here I need 2 white dice, like always on that respective side. So let's start with that one first here, because we actually have 3 different colors here. Actually, in the rulebook, let me just get it. In the rule book at the back, you see like a list of all the card cards. like two always like belong together because they're similar. There's always like the explanation of what you need to do. Once you know like the symbols here, it's very easy. And then you also see what the reward does, right? But it's also like symbolized quite well with these symbols here. So here I need 3 different colors, which I have. So I take this card and I've actually managed to beat that, so to speak. And then I get the reward down here. There's 2 more Tinker tokens. So let me get 2 Tinker tokens from the box. We might need it because we don't have the best setup here. So we just put this here. And this card, well, we have solved that. So we can just put it aside wherever. It doesn't really matter too much. All right, and then we turn that one over here. Give me just a moment. There we go. So we have a new task here. On this card, we need 3 dice and they can only have 2, 4, and 6 as numbers. So now we hit our first roadblock, right? Because we cannot like solve it. We cannot unlock any of these cards, right? So let us think what we can do. We now need to tinker, right? Because that's the only way we can go forward here. There are actually 2 options that I see. One option is that we get this die over here, and then also this die over there, right? And that means that we would have 14 on that side. And that would then allow us to like swap 2 dice. That wouldn't be too bad. Another option I would have is to put the 6 down here, right? And then also try to get that to a 4. But that would cost a lot of Tinker tokens. So I will do the first thing. I will actually put the 5 over here, which is kind of bad because we need the white one over there later on, but that's the way it is. That's 1 Tinker token gone. And then I will also do the same one with this one here. Swap these 2 with another Tinker token. So that means now we have 5, 11, 14 on that side. Wonderful. So we made that. So as a reward, we can now swap 2 dice. Let's see what we can do. Actually, up here, I need 2 of the same color, and then I can, as a reward, redistribute these cards. I think that is amazing. Because here I need 3 of the same number. I don't have that, right? I don't have any of these. So I think I will do this. So we put that aside again. And then here we need 2 of the same color. So I will use 1 Tinker token here in order to swap 2 dice. I will swap these 2 here, like this, right? So now we have the same color here on that side, just like that card tells us. So we also managed to beat this one. And what that one allows us to do is to take all the cards here, shuffle them up, and redistribute them as evenly as possible again. We have taken 3. Okay, so we have 1 stack of 4 and 3 stacks of 3. So we will take all of these cards here and redistribute them, because we don't have the best starting setup, but we still have a lot of Tinker tokens. We still have 7, right? We started with 8, so we're still doing well here. And we've already managed to unlock 3 of 16 cards. All right, so just a quick shuffle, and then again we will do 3 like this, another 3 here, another 3 right here, and then these are the last 4, right? We just need to distribute them as evenly as possible. So let's see. Here let's start at the top. Here all 3 dice need to be 7 or lower. We don't have that. Okay. Here on the right we need 2 red dice. We also don't have that. Here we need a run. So for example, like a 1, 2, and 3, or 2, 3, 4. We're close to that, but not quite. And here we need like the addition of like 2 dice need to equal the other one, right? So 2 plus 1, 3, for example. All right, so let's see what we can do here. I actually have an idea. Let's take 2 Tinker tokens in order to change 1 value, and let's change the 4 to a 2. And then I will spend another Tinker token to exchange these 2 here. Because you know what I've done now. Now I have 1, 2, 3. I have my straight here, right? The run that I need. And also I have the 1 plus 1 is 2. So I got these 2. So I will first solve this one here, because that one just gives us 2 Tinker tokens. So that is not the limit, right? We will not get any more Tinker tokens. That is it. So we need to work with that. Let me just turn this over first and see what this is. This is 3 equal numbers. We don't have that. 2 red ones we don't have. The 7 we don't have. That is fine. So we will do that now. 1 plus 1 is 2. So we also solved that one. We unlocked that one. And now we can take one row of dice and re-roll those dice and put them in any position. But we don't have to re-roll them. So that now helps us to get like to the values that we need. Also, that one isn't too bad here, actually. I think I will do this one first. Yeah, I will do this one first. So we need all three dice here need to be either 2, 4, or 6. I have a 2 here. So let's reroll these 2. And just hope we get something good. Let's reroll the first one. That's a 2. That's good. And another 2, 4, or 6. It's a 4. That was lucky. Very good. So now we can also unlock that one, right? 2, 2, 4. These are all the numbers that are allowed. We unlock that one. And our reward is that we can now turn our grid tile here 90 degrees into any direction. Including the dice, of course. I mean, that makes sense, right? So let's see. Here we need 1, 2s, and 3s. I want the 2 red ones over there. And this one up there isn't too bad either. I think that's not too bad either. So if you just turn it like this, like you pretty mess up the cards on the outside. I will say something about that in my review later. So what you best do is just lift it up slightly and then turn it. It usually works well, but I just messed up completely now. Yeah. All right, so 2 red ones, we have that. So we can also unlock this one here. And now we can take one die and put it just on the opposite side. Remember, each die, like the 2 opposing sides of a die, always equals 7, right? So let's see. We could take this one here. Let me just see what we get here. Okay, 1, 3, and 5. Yeah, we don't have that. But what we could do is we could turn that over to the other side, which is a 3 now. And now we have 2, 4, 7. That is 7 or less. So we also solved that one. So we can unlock that one. And that one lets us exchange 2 dice here in the grid. Let's just see which ones we want to which one we want to exchange. Actually, this one would be kind of nice. So let me go up here like this. Because now we have these 2 black dice there, and we can also unlock that one. You see, like you're like trying to use these rewards in order to like manipulate the dice in such a manner, in such a fashion that you can also unlock the other cock cards. And see, 2, 4, 6. We have only used 4 Tinker tokens altogether, which is not too bad. So let's just see here what we can do. Actually, let's turn this over first. And now we can change like up to 2 dice. We can change the value up 1 or down 1. So that's actually pretty easy. I will actually, let's see here, all equal numbers. But I don't want to touch these yet. So what I might do is, ooh, that is a little bit rough. But let me turn that into a 1. And this one into a 5, like this. I think that's not too bad. 1, 2, 5. We need like a 1, 3, or 5 with this one here. And then this one, 1, 2, and 3. We have that. We have 2s and 3s only, right? So we also solved that one. And that one allows us to take one of the card cards here and put it into a different position. And I will do that. I will take this one and put it down here. Because now you see 2 white dice. We have that there. So we can take these 2. We can unlock this card here. And now we can also take another die and put it on the opposite side. What we can do though is, yeah, I will still put that on the opposite side, which is a 5. Wait, was it? Yeah, I mean, that's fine. We can do that, right? I think that was a 2, right? Now we have also solved that one. So we can unlock this. And now we can turn the grid 90 degrees again. So let's see, 4, 5, 6, the same number. We almost have that here, and this one here doesn't really do anything. You know what? Let me still turn that 90 degrees. Let me just do it like this for now, like this. Okay, and now I will use one of those here in order to swap these 2. Like this. That means now we have the 2 blue ones here, the teal ones. So we unlock that one, and now we can, again, for up to 2 dice, we can change the value up 1 or down 1. So we'll change this one down 1 to 2. And this one I will, maybe this one here, I will change up to a 6. Yeah, sure. All right, so this one here, all 3. Oh no, actually, no, that was wrong. That was wrong. That was totally wrong. I also need to change this one to a 2. Maybe I made a mistake just now. I may have made a mistake, but that's fine. Now we have 3 2s, that's fine. And after we unlock this, our reward is that we can now re-roll one chain of dice here, like one side. But the problem is now we have, oh no, we only need 2 of the same number. That is perfect. So we can leave these 2, but I can re-roll these ones, but only this one here. It's a 3. That is not what I wanted. Now we can take this one here, because we have 2 of the same number here on this side, so we can unlock that one as well. And we can now take all the card cards and put them, like distribute them somewhere else. We only have this one here. Do we want to put it anywhere else? 4, 5, 6. Actually, we are fine where we are at the moment. So we'll just leave it there. And now 5, 5. We need that a 4 or a 6. So I will take 2 Tinker tokens in order to change that value to a, let's make it 6 for that. And we also unlock that card. And you guessed it, we just won the game, right? Because you win the game when you finish all of these. When the entire grid is empty and you have unlocked all 16 card cards. You lose the game if you cannot do a valid move. That means you cannot unlock anything and you don't have any Tinker tokens to actually tinker, right? Then you would lose. And that is already how you play R.A.V.E.L by David Daniel McKinley and published by inPatience. Alright, that should give you a good idea of how the game is played. But how do I like it? Well, let me tell you. First off, I love the small format of the entire box here. It's super easy to take with you, and on top of that, the box is just the perfect size for the components. It honestly couldn't be much smaller. That kind of smart packaging is always a plus in my book. Also, the footprint of the game itself is really small. You only have like this little grid here, which I really appreciate. You don't need a big table, and it's one of those games you can just pull out and get going pretty much anywhere. The game is also simple to learn and plays really quick. All of these aspects make it a really, really good solo game. It's basically everything I'm looking for in something compact and easy to get into. What I also really like is how elegant it is. It's light on rules, but still has a decent amount of depth. You really have to try to make the best of the cards you're dealt, in the truest sense of the word. And that's something I always enjoy. Simple rules, but meaningful decisions. One thing I'm currently a bit unsure about is how much your win chance depends on the luck of the draw. You don't get a lot of tokens, like Tinker tokens, to actually work with. And if you have a bad starting setup, I do see the possibility of losing, no matter how well you play. But then again, the game is so quick to play and even quicker to set up that it never really feels frustrating. You just try again. Also, I haven't really encountered any games yet where I had the feeling that I couldn't do anything to win. The game seems quite well balanced, in fact. I just want to put it out here that there might be a possibility. All in all, this is another hit from inPatience Games. Shady really knows what a good solo game is supposed to be like. Not only are his own designs great, but also the games he publishes from other designers are very well put together. If you liked what you saw here today, if you enjoy small portable solo games that are simple to learn, quick to play, but still make you think, then this might be right up your alley and definitely worth a closer look. Alright, thank you so much for watching, I really appreciate that. As usual, I want to thank you all for your support, especially I want to give a shout out to my generous patrons. And the biggest thanks go out to Thecos, who is supporting me at the highest tier. Thank you so much for that. You can support me by watching, liking, and commenting on my videos, subscribing to my channel, supporting me on Patreon, and joining my Discord server to hang out with me and my amazing community. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the very next video. Take care, everyone. Stay safe, and cheers.